Hello everyone and welcome. Continuing with my ongoing look at flight sims in general and civilian flight sims in particular, this time I'm taking a look at Xplane and asking the question, is it worth buying? Xplane comes with many free aircraft, however most will leave you more offended than a group of third-wave feminists touring a sausage factory. This is the Cessna 172SP. It's an aircraft I've flown in real life, and I can attest that the flight model is quite realistic. However, the graphics look like something from 10 years ago, and you must bear in mind that this is one of the better aircraft that come with Xplane. To give you an idea of how Xplane looks out of the box, I'm doing a takeoff here at Hong Kong International Airport. This is an airport I've visited many times as a passenger over the years, and I can tell you, apart from the runway, it looks nothing like this. This is one of the busiest airports serving one of the most populous cities on the planet. Yet, in spite of that, the developers have failed to represent that in the sim. Although the airport is set aside on a reclaimed island, the first thing one would see directly ahead to the east are the high-rises of Kowloon and the skyscrapers of Hong Kong. Neither of these are visible. The bridge to Kowloon looks like a hastily assembled military pontoon, and unfortunately downtown Kowloon in Hong Kong could be a suburb of Chicago, New York or Philadelphia. The coastline looks like Google Earth as viewed using a ZX81, and the textures are basic to say the least. Additionally, islands appear to spontaneously float at times above the water. Last time when reviewing FSX, I used Zoe Quinn as a reference for how deeply unattractive the textures looked. This time, in Xplane, I would be forced to use this lady unfortunately, whom, to be totally charitable, if she fell into a swimming pool full of cocks, she would still only manage to emerge sucking her thumb. The only other aircraft of good quality that comes with the sim is the Beechcraft C90B. The interior flight and systems modelling on this aircraft are well done. Nearly all the switches are fully clickable and the cockpit is fully 3D. Overall, it's a great aircraft, interesting, challenging and fun to fly. When it comes to paid for add-ons, Xplane is somewhat the ginger stepchild of FSX, insofar as that there are very few good ones available. Of the add-ons available, my two favourites so far are both from a dev called FlyJSim. This is the Bombardier -8 Q400. The interior, exterior, systems and flight modelling are extremely well done on this aircraft, and it's an absolute pleasure to fly. Without hesitation I can state that this is one of the aircraft that keeps me coming back to Xplane. Here I am flying it above the cities of Taipei and Taoyuan in Taiwan, which coincidentally is possibly my favourite place on the planet to visit. Taiwan is a small modern tropical island with welcoming people and the best food in Asia. Most of the island is covered by high mountains and rainforests, and it has a rich and vibrant native tribal culture. It has some of the best and most unpopulated beaches in the world, and I definitely recommend that you visit. But please do so in small numbers and please don't fuck it up like you do everywhere else. The next add-on that really impressed me was also from FlyJSim, and it's their Boeing 737-200. For anyone who's a fan of the pre-digital age of flight, this is a must-buy. Most of the important systems and switches are fully modelled, including the all-important flight engineer's position. To try out the module and the sim, I decided to embark on a 1200-kilometre journey from Taoyuan International Airport in Taiwan to Haikou Meilan Airport on the island of Hainan in China. The flight was completely manual without the use of autopilot or auto-approach, using only the compass on the south coast of China for visual navigation. Incidentally, if you are watching from Taiwan or illegally from the People's Republic of China, I would just like to say, 欢迎来到我的频道和谢谢你们看我的视频. Subtitles included for those who have difficulty understanding my rusty mandarin. Everything about this aircraft just feels great, from the takeoff roll to the co-pilot and engine sounds. The module provides the feeling of speed and mass without overdoing it. So when you lift off the ground, there is that feeling that you're lifting a large chunk of metal into the air. And if you don't hold on to that control column for dear life, the plane will sink faster than Sterling after a referendum. My virtual flight took me out over the northwestern coast of Taiwan, making landfall on the southern Chinese mainland and islands, using those as a navigational aid to head west towards Hong Kong. I continued to head west to Guangxi province and then south to Hainan Island. Once over Hainan, I circled round to make a visual approach to Haikou Meilan Airport. All the while I was trying to answer the question I began with, is Xplane worth buying? This is not a question that can be answered with a simple binary yes or no. In some ways Xplane hits the spot. The flight and systems modelling are excellent. However, the scenery and textures are about 10 years out of date, which is an absolute shame for a regularly updated franchise such as Xplane. To answer the original question, it very much depends on what you're looking for. With that, I'd just like to thank you all very much for watching, and please don't forget to comment or subscribe below. Thank you very much, and goodbye.